The food drive, 15 years ago, was we'd collect canned goods, any type of box food at the fire stations, and then it would be donated to the food bank for the holiday season.
As opposed to collecting all the donations and then giving it to a different organization and then having them disperse it, Matt and I decided to basically do 100% of the work, which is collecting and also dispersing and the giving to the community.
We set up different days for our toy giveaways. Like we'll do one day at the school, at Los Niños School, and then Aldea, we'll do a day. And Christmas morning is our big day if there's, kids in the shelter. Usually like last Christmas, there was 22 kids in the shelter and they all get a big bag full of toys and a brand new bike. There's, roughly 1,100, 1,500 kids that we donate to a year.
We also provide them coloring pencils, markers, school supplies, board games, balls for recreational activity. So we go a lot more than just the stereotypical toy drive, just to give toys. Every year, Matt and myself always brainstorm as far as new ideas of what we can do this year. We get pretty creative. One of the ideas that my partner decided to do was to get more personal and actually go up to these houses, knock on the doors, literally 2 nights before Christmas, and hand deliver at their doorstep, presents and bicycles.
The fire happened, I think it was January 17th. I was actually off duty, but I live the street over, so I saw the whole thing. My wife and I ended up going over there early in the morning and saw the family outside and stopped and talked to them, and it ended up being a family that their kids go to school with my kids in Yountville. And so we were talking to them for a while and talked to Miss Salcido, the mother, Maria, and she just had a 6-month-old little girl. Well, they lost everything in the house, the baby's bottles, diapers, formula, clothes, everything. So my wife and I left and we talked a little bit, and we ended up going to Walmart and buying the baby numerous amounts of clothes, bottles, diapers, formula, and ended up bringing it back there. I called Rudy on the way there and I said, hey, this is what's going on, what do you think? And he said, of course, absolutely. So we, used the toy drive funds, and the mom was just in tears and couldn't believe that we did that. They found a house to live in, to rent. And that's when the article in the paper, when they found the house, I think it was the next day, I made arrangements for a couple of our engines and myself. I brought, all 7 kids, bikes, toys, remote control cars, gift cards for the teenagers, and so it's pretty cool.
Realistically, there's only so much work that Matt, 2 people can do. So yeah, this program, it is no secret, it would not be as successful if it wasn't for the help of our coworkers, and our supervisors. Matt and I can volunteer as numerous amounts of our personal time, meaning time off, to make this program successful. But ultimately, every single person in our battalion and our department, period, in CAL FIRE has helped to make this program where it is today. Our co-workers have helped us tremendously. Every time we've asked them to do something and to help the program, there's no hesitation. They're all,
Sitting at Walmart for 8 hours, freezing in the middle of December, they're there. It's pretty cool.
As long as we feed them, they're happy. They see CAL FIRE or most fire departments as we show up when, you have an emergency. What people don't see is the other side of what the families go through once they've lost everything. So that's when Matt and I decided to, okay, we showed up with Big Red, we put the fire out, or we mitigated the emergency. But now we have a family who's completely lost everything. What can we do or how can we help this family to try to rebuild and replace or try to replace what they've just lost. We do it because of the joy that we get seeing the smiles in the children, the tears on the mom's eyes, seeing the dads being tough because they have so much pride that they don't want to reach out for help when we know they need help. And every time we've helped the family, I get a little emotional, you know. I try to hide it. It lets you see the true spirit of giving, and that to us is really what it's about.
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, last year delivering, when we decided that we're going to do some door-to-door deliveries, and just to see the look on kids' faces when, you know, a big ladder truck comes up and a utility pickup full of toys and bikes, and these firemen come up that they don't know and dumping bags of toys on their floor, and it's all for them. And just seeing the look in their face, and, you know, their moms crying and their brothers and sisters just, you know, ripping toys apart. It's, you know, it's pretty cool to watch. And it's definitely gratifying to see that. You know, Rudy and I have always talked about that the citizens in Napa County are very generous. They're always, you know, more than willing to give donations and help out. And in turn, you know, Napa County sees that we give back too.
Because ultimately, they're the ones that begin this reward, not us. All we're doing is just all the grunt work.
Yeah.
You know, we put all the sweat. You know, we
Yeah.
may put some tears. You know, we try to hold them back, but ultimately, really, the community should be the ones to be getting credit for this, because they're the ones that donating. They're the ones that are helping out the program. All we're doing is just collecting and delivering. We're just a shipping and receiving
Yep.
spot. That's all.